Box 17 Rock Interview. I'm hanging out with the talented bluesman, Travis Bowlin, singer, songwriter, maker of cigar box guitars, endorsed by Dean Guitars. And today you're on here with me on the Rock Interview talking about neck illusions.
Neck illusions.
So what can you tell me about these? You use these on all your guitars. Well, and I'll say on that one it looks incredible as well with your name.
They call it an illusion because everybody thinks it's actually inlaid. My name's actually inlaid. They're always like, oh, that Dean made you that special guitar.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's like 2 endorsements in one. My friends, Neck Illusions, I met them at the Summer NAMM show here in Nashville. Yeah. And basically what this is, it's a protective cover for your fretboard, and it gives it a little bit more attitude, a little more design, a little bit more personality.
Totally.
And it's 0.005 of an inch.
Yeah, you can't even tell it when it's on the fretboard.
You can't, and they've tested in the studios with and without it, and there's no change in tone or sound. And it's a patent-pending micro-woven material, so it's not a paper sticker.
Right.
There's other, companies on the market that'll sell you a paper sticker, but this is going to last you for a very long time. And they'll put whatever you want on there.
Well, they've got so many cool designs too.
And
we put on did some of the guitars here to where they sent, a Rock and Review one. Yeah. And so, we can see some of those. They make them for bass guitars. I put the Mona Lisa on my Yamaha Silent. When you see that one down there, everybody's like, wow, you got the Mona Lisa on your guitar. Yeah. And they make them for ukuleles and I think banjos and mandolins also.
They'll go to a 12-string as well.
Yeah.
It's low in adhesive on the back, so you have no residue, nothing stays behind when you peel them. And they recommend changing them or updating them, cleaning, conditioning underneath the fretboard about every 1,000 hours of playing.
Right, or 6 months. Yeah, that's what they were telling me.
I have a set where, I wore them out. I play, 250 shows. I play the guitar. They're worn out.
Because you're a hard playing bluesman.
Yeah, I try every day. and one cool thing about them, by the way, is like if you play a lot at the first 3 frets, and say you just wear out 1 or 2, they'll replace just that 1 or 2.
I didn't know that.
And it's very affordable.
Yeah. It's
very affordable to take your guitar to another level and make it something that no one else has.
Right. So, and that's what I like. It's like we even brought in, as an example, one of my Teles to where, once you put on the neck illusion here on the fretboard, and then you can actually lean it up here, and so that's how.
This looks beautiful on there.
Yeah, it looks like it was made that way.
Just look awesome.
Yeah, and they go on easily, and like you were saying too, Travis, I like them because they don't do any damage to the fretboard, and so you're not going to damage your instrument. They come right off very easily, and you can reuse them again.
And they'll fit basically any. They try to retrofit, 25.5 inch scale to 24.75.
And they'll do classical guitars and 12-string.
Yeah, so they'll get them to match up there almost perfect, almost one size fits all. So that's a really cool thing that they have.
And you can find all the current ones they have. If you don't want to go for a custom design like Travis's, they've got here you go with the Van Gogh artwork. They've got all those on neckillusions.com.
Yes, and also if you're on there and you find something that you like, you can use coupon code Bowlin15 and you can save 15% on your orders.
There you go. That's a good pitch.
It's great. They're a really good company. They got a cool product. So the thing I like is when I'm working with something that I like, it's good to like the people who are making it too.
Now, speaking of which, talking about liking things, I've been listening to your tracks. And you've got some great new blues music out right now, man.
Thank you so much.
And so let's talk a little bit about your singles, and you've got a new one coming out soon.
A few years ago, I was lucky enough to raise about $10,000 for my fans. I have some great fans. Every time I come up with an idea, they're usually there to help support it.
Yeah.
And we never really got a budget together to work the whole record. And unlike a lot of artists who drop a record and never have any marketing, it just sits there.
Right.
I thought, well,
look at that. Bad Man is right there.
Bad Man was the first single we released that March, and that kind of started a snowball effect. And after that, we released Got the Goods.
Right.
And then the last single we released was See You Again, which we had that as number 3 on the Roots Music
Now
Report.
this is my favorite track of yours. I got to tell you, it reminds me like meeting like blues with like old Free or Bad Company.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah, it's
got a good feel
it's
to it.
the new blues today.
Yeah, it's a very modern feel.
It's you know, and that comes from me being 27. You
Yeah.
know, but I have a lot of friends in my life who've been older than me.
Right.
So you have that influence. But See You Again, we had that on the entry ballot for possible Grammy nomination.
Wow.
American Roots Song, American Roots Performance. That was produced by my buddy Nolan Neal. He sang with Hinder for a little bit. He's working on trying to be the new Stone Temple Pilots singer. And,
that's amazing.
we recorded at a studio that no longer exists in Nashville because they turned it into a condo. But
yeah. Well, and you've been here in Nashville for what?
About 3 years.
3 years
yeah,
now. So when is the next song, and when do you think the album will come out?
We're working a budget to get the next single out because we worked the last single so much, you know, I kind of got sidetracked with playing out all the time.
You gig a lot.
I do. I try to go out 4 or 5 days. I think since October, our band van, I put about 15,000 miles on it. So we're going to be releasing the next song, which is going to be So Wrong, Too Long, which will be the next single. So hopefully we'll have that work with my publicist to get that out sometime in the next month.
Now, where can viewers
or two.
find you online and on Facebook and all that stuff, Travis?
They can go on my website. It's travisbowlin.com. They can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Now, is that where can they buy the singles too?
They can buy the singles on anywhere you can get music, whether it's iTunes or Google Play.
Okay.
If you're on Spotify and you'd like to just put it on a playlist, I can still get like 1/8 of a penny that way. So, I mean, it's a hustle.
And it all helps.
It is. It's all hustle. As long as you got pennies, multiple pennies coming in, it end up being dollars.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, great music, man. I'm really looking forward to coming out and seeing you live myself.
Thank you, Eric.
So I'm a huge fan of the blues. And thanks to Travis Bowlin for coming out and talking about Neck Illusions. And be sure and catch him on the road and buy those new singles. I'll tell you what, he's going to have some more great music coming out. Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.
Thank you.